Hello everyone and welcome back to New Beginnings with me, Tom B92. This is episode 2, and last episode we created ourselves a tower and log cabin, and today I want to show you what I've done in between episodes. I've been busy, as some of you eagle-eyed viewers may already recognise. There are a few changes around here just from the outside. That's right, we've added some resource packs from Vanilla Tweaks. So Vanilla Tweaks is a website everyone will probably have heard of from Hermitcraft, and there's some great resource packs available there. So something we've added, you can see we've got some grass sides here on the blocks, and we've also got some bushy leaves. Now I have to admit, I don't know quite about the bushy leaves. We'll probably have to try and get used to that. It's obviously not very vanilla, but we have that in place, and also we've been busy inside. Now, when we left the episode last, we had no interior, and so I've been busy creating the interior and putting something together for the inside to show you guys. We also managed to find ourselves a doggo. Again, really not creative with names here. If you've got anything that you can pass on, do let me know, and we can call this doggo something or other that it's not in my imagination. So, heading inside, we have been busy. And we open up to a grandfather clock, and we span round in this. It's our nice little living room area here. We have ourselves a number of bookcases built into the wall, and we've used the loom effect here, the loom that you can turn sideways. So there's the front of the block, and you can turn it sideways so it looks like it's an empty shelf. And it looks really nice next to the bookshelves here, and it makes it look like there's a bit of life going on. I also really like the beehives here. Beehives are making it look like they're an actual drawer, and it adds some real nice detail to the build. See, we've got a few plant pots around, and another nice touch I quite like is putting banners here. So banners make it look like there's a little cushion in the chair, and it took me a little while to actually get familiar with this, because it's not really a feature in Bedrock, or at least it's not something that I've tried playing around with before. So to make these banners work and make them appear as cushions, you can't have a full block here in front of it. So you see how I've got double layer carpet here. If you put this stone brick in front, it turns black and you lose the colour. So just adding the double layer carpet there brings the colour through. Now if we head on through this way, we'll find ourselves a kitchen. And the kitchen is compact, cosy, but it's full of everything we need. We've got our furnaces, blast furnace, smoker, and going into a kind of a little extractor like you see in modern day kitchens. I thought that would be a nice little touch, make it look a bit more real. Potion brewer, and you can see we've added the change here again from Vanilla Tweaks. It gives us the brewing pack. Little cauldron, haven't added any water in there yet. Plenty of barrels, we're going to be fine for storage for quite some time. Plenty of barrels in there. And behind here we've got ourselves a little hopper going into a composter. And any extra kind of food that I'm getting from farming is just going into there. It is getting dark, I can see by my clock we're approaching night time, which makes it a perfect opportunity to head upstairs. Now upstairs isn't fully finished, you'll see why when we get up here. And we're welcomed with a number of armour stands. We don't have too much armour at the moment, but obviously once we get some more armour we'll be able to play around with that, put them in some different poses, and make them look a bit more lifelike. Over on the left here we've built into the wall, but we've got our fully enchanted setup here, and I'm quite happy with that. That looks pretty good over here. Obviously a guildstone, if we get some rubbish enchants we can take them off, and we just need to add a barrel here, put some lapis in. Once we get some, we're actually really low on lapis, so at the moment I actually can't do any enchanting. Then through this door here, nice little cozy compact bedroom that we've got here. Didn't really know what to do with some of this space. It's quite small, but there isn't really a lot we can do. So we've just put in some barrels again into the wall on the side, and a few paintings. So on the other side here is where the spruce trapdoors are for the loft, and we've just added a couple of paintings here just to spruce it up a little bit and make it look nice. Obviously the carpet going through again, barrels in the wall, and now obviously you can see here it kind of goes off on the end. We do have a lot more left of the tower, but I have to be honest, I didn't really know what to do with it. So if you guys have any thoughts on what we could do up there, put them in the comments, let me know, and we can get working on that. Now heading downstairs, the downstairs is an area I really like. So heading downstairs, we've got the got the textures going into some mossy cobble, some mossy blocks, some mossy stone blocks, and it really helps bring the dark and dinginess to the feel of the build. And then obviously a bit of a texture change in the stairs here, and a nice little touch here with a lamp in the wall, and it adds again another nice little detail, something that isn't around. And then you'll see welcome to a stone wall. That's going to change, and we'll talk about that in a little bit later in this episode. But over here on the left side is our storage. Now I think we've got enough storage here, it's going to last us for quite some time. We've added the same textures in at the background, you can kind of see through the middle. We've gone through the same textures through both sides, or all sides here, and a nice little roofing pattern here with some lighting. And then on the floor I wanted to make it feel like it was a natural kind of build. It was kind of built on some dirt, and we've just added a few different variances. The rooted dirt that we managed to find when we dug out that random lush cave on our journeys last episode, some granite, some coarse dirt, and then just some plain dirt, just to add a different colour to the feel. And I think it works really well. It works really nicely here with in our storage room, and I have to admit again, I'm really happy with that. Now on this side here is a work in progress, and we'll see why in a minute. So we've got a nice little design here, and what we're going to put at the end here is going to be our nether portal. But at the moment we don't have enough obsidian to make ourselves a nether portal, so we need to do a bit of caving. We have some holes here, and again the holes are going to come, and we're going to add some soul sand in here, and we're going to add some soul soil. We're going to add soul soil, and hopefully in the nether we'll find ourselves a fortress, and we can add the nether wart in there and grow it, so we'll have a nice little display coming down the side here. Might change up in here, might add some light in perhaps when we get maybe some shroom lights or some glowstone, just to again make it light up a little bit. But yeah, we've been busy, and what we want to do now is we want to move everything in. So we've got everything kind of in these chests out here, and these are all the things that were way down there. We brought them all up thanks to the horse. Now, some of you eagle-eyed viewers last episode may have recognised I didn't actually manage to tame the horse, so we went back, we tamed the horse, put on a saddle, and that's been great. That's been great getting us up and down this mountain. But something that doing that travel back and forth many a time, bringing all the storage up, has made me think that we need to put some paths in here. So at some point in the near future, and we also need to find ourselves some obsidian. But to get some obsidian, we need to make ourselves a diamond pickaxe. So we only have a few left because we were obviously we've made the enchanting table. So all we actually have currently is 5 diamonds, but we're going to use 3 of those, and we're going to make ourselves our first diamond pick for the series. And there you have it. We've now moved everything back inside. We've took the chests out of the front of the house and moved everything inside. So you can see we've still got a number of item frames that have nothing in there, which is great. So it means we can still expand our storage. We're going to probably be mining for lots of terracotta, probably getting loads more sand, as you know, there's next to nothing in some of these chests. So we've managed to get ourselves some levels now, a bit of caving, a bit of smelting, and we have ourselves our 30 levels. I've got my diamond pickaxe in hand. We're going to have a quick roll, see what we get. We've got a few things smelting, and we're quite close to level 31, so we might be able to just try a book out, but let's see what we get. I'm breaking 3. I'm not too sure about that. Don't think I want to risk it this early, so we'll probably just take this book at level 1 and get ourselves back from levels again and see where we go from there. Right, there we have it. We're back at level 30. We've smelted a few potatoes, a bit of stone. So let's give it one more go. This time what we'll probably do is use that diamond pickaxe, go and get that obsidian, and try to get in the nether and get ourselves some quartz. Now a quick glance, I just saw it very quickly, we have an efficiency 4, so I think we'll roll with that. Let's see what we get, let's see if it's any good, fingers crossed. Fortune 2, not bad, not greatest, but we'll take it. Now whilst I'm here, there's every possibility that when I'm in the nether I'm gonna die. Now, iron armor here isn't the greatest, but if we can repair it, just use up some of this iron, and then let's try some enchants here. Just see what we can get. And something is going to be better than nothing here. Let's try it. No, that was on a 3. Unbreaking, Feather Falling. Let's take the Feather Falling 2 there, that will come in handy. So that's certainly better than nothing and give us some protection. We also need to make sure we're going in with gold. I can't remember what we have here, so how do we get this off? Something like that? How do we get it off? Whoa, I guess that's got thorns. What I noticed earlier as well when I was putting some of this armour on, I was there trying to give it a tool. Now on Bedrock, you can stick a tool in their hand. So I don't know whether that's part of like a mod pack. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Got protection 2 on the gold helmet, so we'll go with that. Go with the projectile protection 3 leggings, the feather falling 2 boots, and then we need to know what's on the chest plate. So I'm guessing that was thorns because it did give me a bit of a pain. So yeah, it's only thorns 1. So let's give the iron a roll. Let's see what we get. Protection 2, fire protection. Fire protection sounds pretty good to me, but obviously that's a level 30 enchant. We haven't got enough levels for the protection 2, so let's take the fire protection 1. And it is just fire protection 1, which is cool. I mean, now we've got some half decent gear. We can feel a bit more comfortable, I have to admit. Feel a bit more comfortable knowing that we've got a bit more gear. So our portal has now been built. Got some obsidian. We have our flint and steel in hand. Let's light it up. There we go. Now, I am a bit of a coward. We have died quite a lot this series, so I don't want to go in with any good stuff just off the bat. So the diamond pickaxe is definitely staying behind because we just don't have enough resources to replace that at the moment. So we're going to go in as we are. We're just going to mark our spawn as well before we head in. And we're going to wish for the best. We're going to hope that on the other side of this portal is not a basalt delta. Okay. Now, I can live with this. This is like the original kind of biome. But it's probably the safest to begin with. Obviously, there's our piglins, but we have our gold armor on. The zombie pigmen, so long as we don't anger them, we'll be okay. And I am honestly happy with that as a spawn. I couldn't have asked for anything better. So I think what we'll do is we're going to round up some quartz. That's the big intention here today for getting in the nether. Get ourselves some quartz so we can actually start building some redstone farms. Yeah, so we want to build those starter farms back here behind this wall. So which is why we haven't detailed this one yet. We're going to knock through and build those farms back there. So let's go back to the nether. Now these on Bedrock are an absolute menace, so their hitbox doesn't work right. So on Bedrock they're actually they're supposed to be taller than 1 block. So when you're making tunnels in your nether, they can actually fit in those gaps, and it is an absolute nightmare. Now that ghast is kind of waiting for us, so I think what we're going to try and do is just try and put ourselves up a quick wall here. Uh-oh. No, whoa. This could be really bad for us. No. Oh, why is it going through? No, leave me alone. I'm really not a fan of the nether, as you can see. Even back on Bedrock, I will not do the nether. Since that new update, everything just wants to kill you. And I'm very protective of my gear. Once I get decent gear, I just don't want to lose it. I think that's probably the case for everyone, right? Done a little bit more exploring out here in the nether, and we've managed to find ourselves a soul sand valley, I think they're called. So there's a few bone structures around, so we took one of those down. And I have to be honest, the nether in Java Edition is a lot more peaceful. There are considerably less piglins and hoglins, and all I've done is carry around with me one of the what we got now around here, warp fungus, and just kind of planted it whenever I've kind of had anyone come near me, and felt pretty safe. I spoke way too soon. I was doing alright, and then do you know what happened? My shield broke. My shield broke as I was getting attacked by Hoglin. So there goes the plan to get another diamond pick. We gotta try and get our stuff back. They're kind of guarding it right now. So let's try and do this quickly. Let's maybe just run through. Yeah, myself. Wow, that was quick. Need a new plan. I think what we'll try and do is run past them. Scrub that. Try and run past them through to the Crimson Forest. Kind of kite them around the gear, and hope that they'll run away from the stuff that we can then go and get them. So I think we need to kind of kite them around here a little bit. See how quick we can be. Oh dear, it's everywhere. I am everywhere. Yeah, so that scraps our idea to get ourselves geared up a bit further. And I have to admit, something I was considering before kind of starting some of these starter farms was sorting ourselves some XP out. I haven't managed to say earlier, I haven't managed to find myself a mob spawner anywhere. So I think what I might do is actually look to do our first farm and potentially do a mob spawner. So I think between Bedrock and Java Edition, they're not too dissimilar. I need a little break. Kind of set me back. I kind of accepted all of the deaths last episode as being new to the game, you know. I don't know. Feeling a little down. Just happens to be raining. Okay, so we're here in our test world and we've managed to put something together. We've managed to get ourselves a decent mob spawner. And what I've noticed when we were doing this research, and obviously the benefit of Minecraft Bedrock, is trident killers. And this farm is basically an adaptation of a farm that exists within Bedrock, and essentially just removes the trident killer. So in here there'd be a trident killer, and I am aware that spiders halt the efficiency of this farm, and I'm unsure as to whether to change that. You can change the trapdoor position in here, or whether that is worth the risk, because I really do need string. I have nothing to put towards some scaffolding. So we're here now at our mob farm that we've created, and we've just displayed it in the creative world. So what we've done this time is we've added that second layer, and we have, oh dear, and I just threw my, wow. So we made it here eventually, but my sword does seem to have been lost. So it's probably down there somewhere. It was near the end of its life, so I'm okay with that anyway. Right, so yeah, we've added in the second layer. So the one in creative just had the one layer. Oh, I've done it again. What is wrong with me? And as you can see, I am still getting used to WASD and crouching. Oh, this is painful. Right, third time lucky, right? And I'm sure most people would just have cut those two clips, but where's the fun in that? So you can see we've used it a little bit. Oh, we've managed to give ourselves an ironette. So see, we've got a little few goodies in here, a bit of gunpowder, which is nice, and that's with no looting effect. This has just been with a basic iron sword, and yeah, it hasn't been too bad. So we've used a lot of wood to put this together, so we are pretty much now out of spruce wood. And we did make the change with the trapdoors as well, so we have eliminated spiders. There's been no spiders, just lots of creepers, zombies and skeletons. Hey, found my sword. So we've been at the mob farm now for a little while. We've we went back to the base, made ourselves another iron sword, and we're pretty much approaching the end of that now. And we've got some really good levels. I really cannot complain. And we've also got some decent drops. We've got plenty of gunpowder, a lot of bows, which is going to come in handy for some dispensers, quite a fair bit of armor, some arrows, and we've had quite a lot of bones. I've already worked on those and turned them into bone blocks, converted them into bone meal and into bone blocks. We've got some redstone dust, and the witches are probably the hardest part of this farm. Obviously, they give themselves instant health potions, so they keep kind of giving themselves a bit of health. Oh, there goes the sword. But we managed to get a sword in the loot here. I say all of those drops have been without any looting effect. So I think if we do plan on using this long term, which I can't see why not, it's been a decent source of XP. I think we'll probably look to expand upon this storage here and actually get some item sorters going and make it a bit more tidy, because it is quite rudimentary. We've just got 2 double chests worth of loot, and I don't really want to be taking that back and forth between the base. Maybe when we've got an elytra it might be a bit different, but for now it kind of feels troublesome. Let's play around with those levels and get some decent enchants. I mean, most people with my experience would probably go for some armor. Alright, plenty of deaths, boost up that armor. Not me. I want my tools sorted first. So back up with our enchanter now. I've made use of all of the diamonds we had. We had 8 diamonds, so I've made myself a diamond axe, diamond pickaxe, and a diamond sword. Fire aspect 2, sweeping edge. Now fire aspect 2 does kind of entice me purely because of the witches. If we cause them to go on fire, they can actually give us fire resistance potions rather than instant health potions, but I think we need something a little bit better than that. Efficiency 4 on the axe here. I think that is a definite. Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking 3. I can't complain. That's a decent axe. We may have gone a bit overboard. We have 6 iron pickaxes to work with now, but it's gonna. Oh, there is a spider somewhere. It has just turned night. We should be safe, but we have to check that out. And Breaking 3 again. And what we could do is we could take this. We could see what it offers us, and we could take the levels off. I mean, we can play around here now, can't we? Let's give it a go. Let's see what we get. Efficiency 4 and Breaking. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Now we want to get a decent sword, right? And Breaking 3 again. Don't think we want any of those, so we're just going to keep rolling some iron pick. Sharpness 4. There we go. Let's take that. Let's take that. Hope for something extra. And Breaking and Sharpness 4. Again, I really can't complain. We've done decent there. Whilst I have these levels, I'm going to combine the bows here. We've got 2 power 2 bows, which will give us a power 3 bow. And just to finish it off, there is an Unbreaking there, and we may as well utilise some of those. So some time has passed, and we have finally managed to build those starter farms that we've been mentioning on all episode. Our trip to the nether to get that quartz, to put some observers together, and now we have done it. We have managed to piece together a pumpkin and melon farm over here, which is just a simple observer and piston setup, and a sugarcane setup. Not too efficient, as you can see. We've got a sugarcane here that's 3 tall, but it is resource friendly. Just the one observer looking at this nearest piece of sugarcane there, and that will trigger all these pistons once that meets the observer. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch my episode here today, number 2 in the New Beginning series. We've been learning and we've been growing, and I want to thank you once again. And if you have enjoyed this episode, please do remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Currently, I've had to add, oh no, I am in survival.